Hello and welcome to Noobs in Progress. My name is Nathan, and here with me I have...
Ethan Murphy, Nathan Beatty's friend.
Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good because today, my friend, today is a special day. We are
Yes.
representing in honor of the the political debate. Nate and I are wearing red and blue.
Oh, I didn't even
Actually,
notice that. Oh, shit.
but it has nothing to do with our leanings. It's just a random
Yes.
coincidence that we should have
Yes.
planned a whole lot better, but didn't. So Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, my friend, how are you doing? Is that go juice? Were you drinking some go
Yes.
juice?
Yes, I've
Yes.
I've got it's we're making the go juice at home now. We're pretty much what ends up happening in a little window into my life that you probably really don't need. But every day we, do a cup of coffee, and usually, like, I noticed, usually the next morning when I would go to make another cup, or the warden would go make another cup, she would dump it out. Like, there would be at least a cup's worth left. So I decided, I'm going to start putting that to use. And that's what I've done.
Yes.
So,
Nice.
yeah,
Right
so
on.
this is my go
So you
juice.
you've outsmarted your wife. I love the idea of it's like
Yes.
when Tom and Jerry every like 25th episode where Tom
Uh
actually outsmarts Jerry. It's like, oh, look
huh.
at you,
Yeah.
Tom. Good for you. Good on you, cat. Yeah.
Yeah. They
So
just,
good on you, cat.
just throw him a bone every now and again, throw him up, I guess, a cat treat every now and again.
A fish. What's a fish treat? A cat treat, like a fish.
Yeah,
In those
like that.
cartoons, they always have it's like the fish skeleton that they get
Oh,
out of the
yeah.
trash, like in Heathcliff and
Yeah.
Garfield kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, what? Geez, that never made sense to me. Like, I get, like, with
No,
dog bone,
because
like
when
dogs
you're
and
eating, you're
bones.
eating bones.
Exactly.
Right.
Like with dogs, I get the bone thing because they, non-bones everything. But cats, like, I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
analyzing old tropes. What are you gonna do?
That's a wrong. That's another show. That's
That's another show. We do that elsewhere,
we do that. We do that elsewhere. We do
which
that
you can
elsewhere. We're
find
all over
on
the
the
place.
network.
Shameless plug. Keep your plugs shameless, my
Shame,
friend.
shame. We
As long as
have
your plugs
none.
are shameless. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So the actual reason we are here tonight is to play one of the greatest games of all time is
Yes.
Batman Arkham Asylum. What's funny too, I meant to 13 we got that far. Damn, we did get farther.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're making some headway. I was on a podcast on the Nerds with Melanin podcast, another shameless plug.
Uh huh.
The Nerds with Melanin podcast on Sunday. And we
Uh
were
huh.
doing this. We were getting ready to get into this segment of their show on debating called The Great Debaters. But we actually, before we even got to that debate, they asked me what my favorite comic book of all time was, and I said it was actually Batman Hush. And
Uh huh.
and we got into the whole basically Batman lore and Batman canon and talking about Batman video games. And she said, "Oh, I saw the Batman Gotham Knights. I hope they do that, better than the last games." And I'm like, "You don't like Batman Arkham games?" And she likes Batman Arkham, but
Uh
the
huh.
other ones they seem too easy or whatnot. And I was like, "These games are masterpieces, woman. What are you
Uh
talking
huh.
about?"
Uh
So
huh.
part of the whole point of this podcast, we are retroactively proving this woman wrong that these games are masterpieces.
Yes, these games are amazing. They're just, yeah, they're just remarkable. I really enjoy how, like, they're so well put together, and I just have a great time with them. So
Yeah,
let's go do that. So we're actually about to enter the the
catacombs.
vertical labyrinth. That's right. This was
Right.
the area where I had it. Now, can you hear it? Just out of curiosity.
Not a little bit. So I heard when you. By the way, sorry about that. In the previous videos, we realized after the fact that you really couldn't hear anything. So
Yeah.
anytime we pause, we said, "Oh, let's pause so people can hear the weird Ever James Olmos faces talking." They weren't hearing anything at all. So we're not entirely sure that problem has been remedied. I can hear a little bit actually,
Okay.
but I'm not
Let me.
sure that they will.
Well,
So
let's do some sound testing.
okay,
Did you hear that?
I can definitely hear that clean and crisp,
Okay.
very
Okay.
clean, very
So,
clean and crisp. But I'm
all
not
right. Well,
entirely.
let's see if I can get a level on the stream itself. So.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Ah. Oh, good. Okay. The stream apparently is also getting the feed. So
Hey, well done. Okay.
that's good. Yes.
So nice
Yeah.
progress.
So
Hey,
for any.
this is weird. The payments to Dr. Young's account didn't stop exactly. They were declined. Dr. Young put a block on her account.
Sounds like she had a change of heart. She tried to block the payments. Joker doesn't like it when his partners try to back out.
So he decided to get himself back to Arkham, find his formula, and create the army himself.
Exactly.
The first time I played this, they actually played this part of this game, and they said that the payment was declined. I was like, oh no, that person was black. But that's not the case at all. They weren't.
There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay.
Better?
We're back. We're back in business. Can you hear it now better? Like, can you hear the sound effects now, or the background now?
Oh yeah, it was actually, I could hear everything clean. Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay,
now.
good.
It sounds really good. Looks good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
The problem that I had. I can upgrade. Let me upgrade while I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been sitting there for
Oh yeah.
at least a week that we've been playing this game. But I don't want to tell him how to do his job. He's a grown man. He shaves. He pays his taxes.
Unlike some people. No, I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
I know. What do you expect? Look at me. Look at my skin. So you already got what you wanted the first time.
Now, yeah, I was going one direction and you went.
We did. I went Wesley Snipes and you went just right down Sesame Street. What you wanted last time. So you did get the inverted takedown, right?
Yes.
You have that.
Yes.
Okay.
I did get that.
Making sure that's secure, and then we got some armor. Yeah, armor is definitely a good thing to have.
Yeah, that's usually.
Cool.
I like to
I
do
hacked
that.
into her email
I've been-
accounts. Two mails
I have
stand
been
out.
playing
the first is
a lot
resignation
of,
letter dated last week. Sounds like she was
Of
trying to get away.
Faster Than Light.
And
Have
the
you
second.
played that
A
game?
message from Joker.
I have
Well,
not, but
Jack
I'm
White.
definitely familiar with
Long
it. It's not
thread.
easy.
No.
She's begging
It
to stop the
is-
experiment. Says it's too dangerous.
It's kind of bananas.
Not listening. Let's see.
And it's
But
like
that's
also.
is it a rhythm? Is it a rhythm game essentially?
No, it's
Picture of a dead baby into threat.
it's
Go
like
on.
a
He says, I'm coming for you. I want what I
What's
paid
it
for.
called? Shut up, Barbara.
Joke about wheelchairs.
it's,
Lovely.
By the way, that's not his wife's name. He's talking to the game. He's talking to the game.
I'm coming up to the surface. I'll find it.
It's like one of those. It's like a roguelike, where you have a what you call it? Damn. Forget.
He said a rogue like a weapon or a car.
No,
What's
it's
the,
It's roguelikes are the types of games that are where you basically you're gonna die like 50 gajillion times.
yeah. That's called
and-
roguelike? That's the title? The type like the Dark Souls. That's considered roguelike?
So the great
Yeah.
detective is
I didn't know that's
sold
what, okay, it's a
10%
roguelike.
of
That's
my
the, I wonder where that comes
challenge.
from.
Are you ready
It's
to
actually
give up
it
yet?
comes from the fact that one of the earliest games that had that mechanic was called Rogue,
Nice.
and
nice.
and
Okay.
it
I
essentially
never knew that.
yeah it's a I think I could be getting the like it might have been called something like I like Rogue was in the name, so that's where you know that's where the title comes
It's
from.
directly derived from that one way or the other.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
and
okay.
And that's because an
but
idiot
it's
would have
a
found that
Fascinating.
it's a
I didn't know that.
yeah, and it's a fun thing. Like Rogue Legacy is another example. Okay, see this is what I
Oh,
always
it's
do.
directly about kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
it's literally it's called Rogue Legacy, and it's meant to about
Exactly.
It's okay. It's on the nose as hell. I got you.
Yeah.
I think you just run and jump across that, right?
Okay,
That gap.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, this is good. This is going to be a lot of me just running around and you just eventually telling me what I need to do.
Well, I mean, as we all know, men hate to ask for directions, so I get it. We just throw all kinds of stereotypes at the
Yeah.
screen and see what sticks tonight.
I'm just glad. Like, what's funny though is that like I will have all the Riddler trophies in this damn thing, because I'm gonna just be
yes.
wandering around like an idiot.
Eventually, even the Riddler would say, "Okay, Batman, just take a left. Take a left, and
Yeah.
there's your exit." All right, good God.
Easy. A blind
But
man with a
essentially, what it
pistol
is you have a spaceship, and you you are a member of the Federation, and you have information that you need to get to the rest of the Federation in another galaxy, and you have and essentially the Rebel Alliance is chasing you, and you jump from.
But this is not like there's no other IPs involved. It's a Rebel Alliance. You don't mean like Star Wars stuff,
Oh yeah,
right?
no. It's
Okay.
it's very like they definitely they pull from a lot of tropes from like space, and
Sure.
and even outside of that they do a lot of like you'll find like random characters that have names that are not quite like they won't be Luke Skywalker, it'll be like Duke Sky something or other or something like that.
Right, yeah.
And it's kind of procedurally generated, like everything is randomized.
Like,
Which
what's that game? No Man's Sky kind of thing.
kind of, yeah. But it's also, it's a strategy game through and through. It's not, there's no, there's not like a lot of great graphics. In fact, it's essentially just a top-down view of a ship, and you like have somebody manning the pilot thing. It's almost like a board game, video game kind of thing. And
Okay. I know that type of game. Yeah.
yeah. And every time you run to a sector, essentially, a random event will occur, and it'll either be an enemy ship, or it'll be like you run into people and they give you free stuff, or you are asked to do a certain thing, or whatever. And it's an interesting game, and I really like it, and it's addicting, but it's addicting in kind of the way that old video games were addicting, in the fact that you play them until. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I was going to say yeah. Go ahead, because I wasn't sure if you were going to pass like that. But I was like, yeah, fill people in on what that, because I talked about that before. But go ahead. As far as how old games are addictive, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they're fun to play, but they're hard to master, and sometimes like they are so infuriating you want to chuck your controller through a window.
Yes.
But yet, once you like calm down, set the controller down gently, walk away, about an hour and a half later, you're going to be sitting there going, I want to play faster than light again.
Yes. It's a weird psychological, and the Nintendo was based on that premise more or less.
Yeah.
In lots of ways, lots of those games, because there were no, this is back in the days before they had even save points. It was like you had to beat the entire game in 3 lives, and that was it. You might get to continue, or 2, or an extra life if you worked for it, but that was it. And so the idea was so much trial and error, like you said, the rogue kind of style. It was addictive. The idea of, can I get better? Can I get a little bit further than it was last time? Can I just get, if I master this one level a little better, can I do it a little better and save that one life for the next stage kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting how we used to like that was like common. That was like how we used to play video games back then.
Yeah.
And
we were kids too.
Yeah. Like, my God. But yet what's funny though is like I got that thing with oh shit.
Oh, the sniper.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to see if I can get up there.
He has more ammo. Apparently they gave him at least 2 bullets.
Okay, well I got one sniper.
That's like, oh
crap.
Apparently you beat up his friend.
Shit. Oh, there he is. Fuck. All right.
Yeah, this part was tricky. Yeah.
Yeah.
This part's very
that was-
roguelike.
Yeah.
No, it was still fun to do. Yeah, this is definitely the best place to glide around.
Yeah. Whee. I'm just gonna run up these steps. Hope nobody minds. Chase me. Okay, that was wow. Oh geez.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's
Oh, yeah,
buried.
he-
Oh no.
he
Oh
fell
wow, you gotta
far
get out of there.
down.
You gotta do something. He has like a whole squad of. Yeah, very little health. That's it.
Oh Jesus.
Creative. Be creative. I do love the idea that Batman brings a cape to a gunfight and wins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and wins. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Ah! I'm just gonna dance around like a freaking lunatic.
Like, this strategy it's not working.
It's not working. Oh, fudge.
Oh, yeah, watch out! Like, yeah, the red one's the worst one. Yeah, the knife.
Yeah, I know. Those are the guys that it's like, oh, motherfucker.
You got him. Oh, yeah, nice. There you go. There you go. Look at that.
Oh, thank
You
Christ.
should get your health back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like a bunch of health from that.
Yeah,
Nice.
usually if you like, essentially, it seemed like you get health from like the points. Yeah, like the points you scored.
Yes, points. Yeah, so
so
you
the better-
literally got shot multiple times by like 4 times by sniper rifle bullets. Got slashed and stabbed, beat up a whole bunch of dudes, and you're fine. Because you're Batman.
Yeah, because I'm Batman.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Where am I going? I am okay. So I was about to go the absolute wrong direction. Okay, I'm gonna go down this way. Whee!
Many directions. But like you were saying though, with the whole 8-bit, that's I think what it was too. Is obviously in more recent years they've had a whole 8-bit revolution, or not revolution. I guess kind of the 8-bit like reinvigoration. Better word for it. But the everything from Shovel Knight, which I know is a huge favorite of yours, and then Hollow Knight, which you and I both love a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's a bizarre because Hollow Knight also. Sorry about that. Neighbors that drive bikes. Shovel Knight. I haven't played it, but I know Shovel Knight is well beloved. I don't believe it's as hard as Hollow Knight. Am I correct?
Well, actually, I've never played Shovel Knight. Actually, believe it or not.
Oh, you have? How did you play Shovel Knight too?
No, I've only played Hollow Knight, and I've heard good things about Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, Hollow Knight is much harder.
Okay, it is harder.
Yeah. But also but in a similar way, in this way of like, it's harder, but it's, oh shit. Hold on, let me just take out this. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Nice pun. Nice pun.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
probably is
As Batman pirouettes and elbows the guy in the back of the head.
It's like I will use the daintiest maneuver to do the most deadly attack.
Exactly. It's like, watch while I. Oh, this is right. Yeah, that's right. This was the area I was in before, where
That part, up top there wasn't like a grate or something. I wasn't sure if there was a
yeah. Oh wait, maybe I can go there. Yeah. This is Batman saying, "Screw it, I'm leaving." Okay, that's not a great.
There's no shame in that. No, yeah, it's not a great show. Okay. All right. No, yeah, so because you and I both played the hell out of Hollow Knight. You actually played it more than I did. You beat more of it than I did. I beat the first.
Any available psycho.
I beat the. I can't remember which version I beat. I think I beat the. I beat one version. I can't remember which one it was. I'm not sure if it's the right version or the wrong version. And then you did the DLC stuff where you play as Needle. That's her name, right? Needle.
No, we haven't. Needle or what's her damn name? She plays with Needle.
What's her name?
Hornet.
Hornet. Yeah, Hornet.
Yeah. Oh, I hit silent takedown.
Yeah, you did. That was yeah. I think because he has on glasses, he saw you coming. Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I have. Okay. I did it right this time.
That time you did. I heard. Yeah. I'm not even sure where the shots are coming from. That's the worst part.
Yeah, there's one thing I know how to do in this game, and that is hit triangle. Like,
I may not know much, but I do know my shapes.
Oh, Christ.
Hey, that's
3 hostiles, 3 armed.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
Nice. Yeah, using the bat again, that supervision really helps. It's like you know it. Not only do you know where they are, you know how many there are and everything else. Okay. So theoretically, if you do, there you go. His
Okay,
buddies
here we
shouldn't
go.
know where you are. They shouldn't be able to hear you. So yeah, you should be good. You should be
Okay.
solid.
Hello again, boys. It's me.
Okay, good job.
Remember to take good care of all our hostages.
But going back to like
However,
you can't play as Hornet yet. That's the sequel. The sequel's coming.
That's the sequel. Okay. Yeah, the
Yeah,
DLC.
the
So the
sequel.
DLC was like a gauntlet, kind of where you had to like you could do all kinds of in those death matches. Essentially, like a much deeper boss challenge. Essentially, I guess. The
Yeah.
sequel has the next character you can play as.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, essentially in the DLC, it's called like I think it's called like is it called the Shrines or is it, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's something
Hall
directly-
of Pain or something or no
Hall
the
of Pain.
thing.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's Hall of Pain.
Well, there's a
Because
Hall
it
of
literally
Pain
is.
in-
They're aware that it's all just.
yeah.
crazy talk. Yeah.
Well, there's a in the but it like one of the things that it does is you essentially get to play boss fights, like you get to replay the boss fights but at like super difficult like it's at super difficult levels, and then you get like
Yes.
bonuses and stuff based off of that.
And I believe, and this is something because I didn't, so I watched some other videos on it and stuff and did some research.
Joker,
That the
yeah.
bosses
Now that
themselves
I'm
can
in
almost
charge,
like they can
I'd like to
change
hear
or
all
have different
your
outcomes with
feedback on
them,
the place.
depending on the level, difficulty level, or certain things. So
Yeah,
you
they-
yeah.
The encounters get like much more difficult based off of like within the new like the DLC and everything in this thing, and then if you defeat it you get like special levels, and if you defeat everything you get I think it's there's the thing.
You have the thing now, the claw.
Oh yeah, the claw.
Power
How
up.
do I fucking do that again? No, that's that.
Use your
That's,
left side.
okay. Oh, that's right. There we go. There's my
There,
grappling
wow,
hook.
Any available psychos,
Um,
killers, namers, and murderers that are not yet in the
but
open?
to beat Hollow Knight completely, you have to get to 112%.
Right,
and that's
the
yeah.
thing.
And I'm at like 107. I haven't done
Jesus.
the Hall of Pain yet, or the Hall of whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about.
The Hall of Justice. Yeah.
The Hall of Justice.
Yeah.
I haven't kicked Superman's ass yet.
Right. It's bizarre too, the idea that the game itself, in order to beat it, you have to break it because you have to get 112%, not just 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's
Oh,
crazy.
look,
Hey, you got a
I
trophy.
got a trophy.
Nice job. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Get your first participation trophy.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna like glide kick this guy.
Why not?
This-
You're American.
Doink.
Gone. Nice. Yeah,
I
you're
did
an armor
one of
shooter.
the things I did appreciate in this game, though it got freaking annoying if you were fighting like 25 guys, is if one guy with the gun got taken out. Okay, I've got to give that right there credit, and one of the reasons why, like, it doesn't happen often in these games, but that motion of him taking out the dude and then doing the counter,
Yeah,
like-
yeah. It looked organic.
yeah, it looked legit.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen a lot in these games.
No. No, it does not. But wait. You were saying though that the in this game, as far as a gun.
Oh yeah, if one of the guys drops the gun, they another guy can pick it up, and I kind of
Yes.
appreciate that.
I love it. Which is, and they also to balance that equation, they give you the ability to break guns. Like Batman will literally, it's a move you get. You have to get
Yeah.
moves though. But he'll break the gun over his knee, like he does in Dark Knight Returns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, we're only playing this game to prove that woman on the podcast wrong. That's our only purpose.
Wrong. This is objectively a good game. Yeah. Solemn bitch. All right.
Bitch. Did you see that lion's hair, like his mane? Like if I had like that kind of hair, like long, Caucasian hair, I would definitely do like a lion mane. Like look at it. You'll see it here.
Oh my god.
See that hair?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you have that hairstyle?
Seriously. Like At one time in my life, I did, but
You did, yes.
Yes.
I've seen
Well,
pictures. Yeah.
yeah, there was a point in time in my life where I thought having long hair would be a good idea, like long hair, and I had the kind of hair that like gave you the impression that you could pull it off, like I could pull it off, but I thought my hair would grow like normal hair. It didn't grow like out and down, you know, because I thought I would have like long flowing Fabio-like hair. No, it grew up. It just kept going up.
kind of more of a fro, kind of a fro-ish
Yeah.
style. Yeah. You and I do have that in
Yeah.
common as far as the fro. Nothing wrong with the fro. Nothing wrong with a good solid fro.
Yeah.
But if you were trying, like you said, if you're trying to go Fabio-esque, it's not ideal
Yeah,
for that
nah.
scenario. I mean, you could perm it. You ever tried doing that before, having your hair straightened or permed? Nothing wrong with the man perm either, my friend. A good old man perm.
I have not. I'll admit, I
Okay.
have not done that.
All right. And I will admit that I have. I have done what I mean we call it conking. You conk your hair, but I have done that before. Or relaxing your hair. I've done that. I actually several of the years that I've known you, I did that back in the day for a while.
Yeah, I
just to
remember.
try it
But
out.
it looked good on you though. You know. Oh damn it! I just.
I think you're fine. I don't think the floor blows out. I think it's just the.
Well, I don't think it'll blow up, but it'll probably hurt me.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna know it happened. You're gonna know it happened. Yeah.
It's like, oh god. Okay. All right. Oh shit. Ah, there we go.
Gotham's veins slowly.
But thank
filled
you, my
with
friend.
pain and
As
suffering.
I track my hairstyles
Were felt
over the
everywhere.
years when I was younger. I think that's a rite of passage. In all honesty, a rite of passage for guys and women too. You know, is to try out all kinds of bizarre, different hairstyles. It almost seems like a rite of passage for both men and women as you get older, that you kind of shed or remove some of your, attachments to your hair. Like, as you get older, you kind of, more guys are either shave their heads or cut their hair close. A little both of us, as you gotta know, we both cut our hair down more and more. Oftentimes with women, whether it's for like a bigger lifestyle choice or just for a change that they're having, they'll cut their hair. So it's cut it shorter. I mean, especially.
Yeah.
So there's something about that.
Well,
The removal
it's
of
funny.
hair, as far as me.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I remember when I was a kid, and when I say kid, like up to my late 20s. Like,
Yeah, still a kid, man.
I legit like I didn't mind going gray. Like I was like, if I went gray at 30, I didn't mind. Like it didn't bother me at all. It was going bald. Like I was terrified of going bald because I thought like one of the characteristics of mine that I felt was attractive was my hair because I had a full head of hair.
Yeah.
Well, I do. Usually I don't put credence into like, tempting Mother Nature or, pissing off fate or whatever. But apparently some being heard that and said, okay.
Wait, but it wasn't like you said, hey, hair gods, suck my dick. You didn't do that stuff.
No, I didn't, but I think it was just like fate going, yeah, that thing you absolutely didn't want to happen because of this. So,
But
so
the
yeah,
way I
and,
see
you
it,
know,
because the thing is, you obviously have a beautiful wife, 2 beautiful kids, possibly more that you don't know about. It's almost like fate proving you wrong by saying you were worried that by not having your Samsonite hair, or Samsonite luggage.
Samsonite hair.
Samsonite, but not having your luggage, by not having your golden locks, you still are able to attract women and still able to have a, all the joie de vie that you need, essentially. That's how I see it. That's how I interpret it.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Oh, come on. I'm trying to take the damn picture. Ah,
It's not, I don't know why it's not.
maybe
weird mechanic.
I have to do it like this.
Oh, further back or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, like it's
But
not
there
even
was
letting
a.
me-
Oh, okay. So there's a Riddler thing in there, but yeah. No, it's not unless you kind of give it to you.
Come on, ass. Anyway.
Ass. Yeah, maybe it's somewhere else. It's not that one or whatever.
Oh crap! I can't. Well, I think I just need to climb up into that damn thing. I'm trying to like shoot the. There we go. I'm trying to like grab the Riddler trophy with the grip thingy, and it's like, no, you just need to crawl your, you know, sexy badass up in there. And
I thought so. You can't you do that? Maybe not in this game. It may be part of it. I think what it is our brains have melded with all 4 games, so we're thinking about certain things you can do in other games. I think I'm certain you can grab the trophies with that hook, but I guess maybe not in part 1.
Well, I think you can. It's just that I couldn't get like either they haven't given it to me yet, or I couldn't get an angle on it. I couldn't get an angle on it that I wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah. So basically, about why did I come in here?
Teeth.
Probably
The teeth.
the teeth. Ah, fuck. I also like how he throws like he's throwing like a discus at something at his feet.
Is it an Olympic range for something that he's dropping, essentially?
Yeah. But yeah. So what happened was I started to lose my hair and back in. Oh, pick up interview tape. Okay, I guess I've got that. Stop tape, because, yeah. We can listen to those later and ridicule them when we are more focused.
And we will.
Okay.
Where did she go? Answer me!
Oh, wait. Shit.
Said I don't know.
That's right, you got him.
Okay.
Phew, that worked out. That worked out really well, because it's like, you can see Batman be like, oh shit, I probably should have planned this a little better before running into a room.
Why is it making that noise?
It's the suicide collar, but it sounds weird.
Suicide collar.
Suicide collar.
And so does my crew if you trigger one. How do you like them apples, bats?
In that movie, did you ever see Suicide Squad, the live action movie?
I did not, because I read the reviews.
Yeah. It's that might have to be on
Oh no!
I'm saying you don't owe me that one. You don't owe me that one. That's fine. But like I saw it once. No, I actually saw it twice. But I can't remember if they had. I don't. No, they did. They had the chips. They used the chips, not the collars, on the Suicide Squad members. Yeah. So I believe in the comics they use. I think in the comics that they did sometimes they did have collars, but now they always use chips or whatnot. But I think there was collars before. Well, I believe so.
I like, and it's a shame too, because who played Harley in that one?
Yeah, it's pitch perfect casting. It's Margot Robbie.
Yeah, like,
yeah, it's
my
pitch perfect
God,
casting.
like, amazing.
Yeah, that's exactly what you. I mean, the best, and of course, she loves the role. And she played her again in the Birds of Prey movie, which came out last year, I believe it was. And she wants to do another. So she's in Suicide Squad too, so she loves playing that character. It couldn't have cast it better. The problem was not the casting; it was everything else.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, jeez. She just was like, she looks the part, and the fact that like she seems to be the type that is really good. Like the little bits that I've seen of her playing the role, it's like amazing. Like she just it's amazing. And then also like I could watch her read a phone book and I'd be like, yes please. But
she's what the kids say. She's the female Henry Cavill. As far as but I mean, all joking aside, she's a very talented person. She definitely has the right charm and charisma. She's very a charming, captivating actress. So it's like that's what hurts, I think, the most. It's like what a waste. You had all the tools there, and you need blew it. You just blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's the thing that always kind of drove me nuts. Like when that kind of stuff happens is it's just like when you're given a gift like that, you know,
Right.
it's just like, jeez. And then you just blow it, you know. What are you gonna do?
yeah.
Oh shit.
But and obviously there's that. There's other the DC. We can get the whole DC universe's problems and whatnot. But I think that's why. Like it seems, obviously we talked before about MCU. You and I love the MCU and everything else, but it's one of the things we have to acknowledge that that's not the MCU in so many reasons is just the exception to the rule. It's a lot more likely that everything will find a way to crash and burn than it is that it'll all kind of line up magically perfectly with casting and directing and writing and for years on end. It's just and the bar has been raised so high too that our expectations as as an audience, we expect a certain level of quality too. So you can't half-ass it anymore.
Yeah. That's the downside is that there's the upside of the MCU in that it gave us the flippin' MCU, but there's the downside in that it basically makes it that it's going to be very hard for us to get anything that'll live up to it, you know?
Yes, 100%. And on some level, it doesn't have to. It's like, okay, you don't have to go, which I've appreciated about the DC lately, where they realized, you know what, let's just do our own thing, our own brand, live in our own worlds. Like the Joker and Wonder Woman, they were their own movies with their own characters that had their own feel, and it worked great. So it's like, yeah, do that. Do your own, make your own way. That's perfectly fine. But you're right though too, in that it's sometimes we raise the bar so high. Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I was trying to get it to drop. I'm sorry, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it was very, very close. Very close. But it's like the same thing with them. If you remember back in the day when they did the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, they were like, oh, now that they did Pirates movies, or they seen the Pirates movies can work, there'll be a whole slew of Pirates movies that'll come out. Nope, because the Pirates movies did it so well, people are like, yeah, let's not even bother trying to emulate that, because we will fail miserably. And it's the same with Lord of the Rings. They're like, oh, Lord of the Rings open the floodgates for high fantasy, with big budget high fantasy. Nope. Because studios were like, yeah, if we can't do that at least as well, we were going to look at a pale imitation. So they really didn't. There was a chasm between that and any other fantasy, movies.
Gotta help these guys. Yeah, well, and especially Pirates of the Caribbean, especially. Oh God, he looks pissed. I would.
Yes. He looks even angrier that you freed him than he was before when he was captive.
Is it just me, or is his face an inverted triangle? Like it's
It is.
His jaw is just so massive.
Yeah. And it gets smaller as it goes up his head. Yeah.
What's so important about the note?
Ow.
Joker wants them.
What is cool though is that Cash, because that's Cash right there. He actually is in all four of the games. Well, at least the three Rocksteady ones.
Yeah.
Same voice actors. Yeah.
Which I liked. I thought that was good. They were really good with continuity in these games.
Yes, they actually are with the three Rocksteady ones. Yeah.
Okay, can't go in restricted files. Yeah, so I guess I gotta. First let me upgrade. Let's see. Batarang power.
Batarang power. Now this thing will kill 2 people at once.
Okay. Remote control Batarang is probably my least favorite mechanic in all of the games.
It doesn't work. It doesn't
work.
It's very, very hard to actually, and it's not so prevalent, I don't think, in this one, but in subsequent games, there's so many times where you have to use it to go around this a community center to open one door. You have to hit one button, but the button's upside down in a bell tower being held by Zeus naked. So it's like, how am I supposed to? Yeah, it gets crazy. It gets really, really crazy. Look at that picture. Look how they drew his neck like he's a raptor in Jurassic Park 1.
Well, yeah, and it looks and also if you look at it, like his lower look, he looks like he's got a mouthful of chew. And
yeah.
He's like,
mouthful of chew. Maybe he does. And it's Southern Batman.
Yeah, it's Southern Batman. He's got some dip. Anyway,
He got some
and
dip.
then the fact that like his mask looks like it's pulling his nose up, like it's like
It does. Like someone,
My
like
God.
someone's giving him what that's called, not a Melvin, but that thing in a Liar Liar when Jim Carrey like has all that stuff with the tape and it wraps his
Oh,
face
yeah,
up
yeah.
like that. Yeah, that's how it looks. It looks kind of like that.
Now,
That's what a horrible. You gotta remember too. Someone got paid money to
yeah,
draw that picture and put it in this game. More money than you and I will see this week, by far.
but you know what? Like, they're probably like, and they're probably like, well, number one, they got paid money, and
They
so
got
they're
paid
doing
money.
better than me. So.
Yes, they've won. They've won.
Yeah. So okay. So I've upgraded that. Oh, okay. Let's. Oh no, I can't. I can't zoom. I can't zoom on any that I don't already have. So I guess. Okay. So let's
yeah,
look
there's
at the
lots of-
thing. Let's look at the thing and figure out the weapon.
You are a father. You're 100% a father. Let's look at the
Yes.
thing. Okay.
Okay. So this is where I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to go back this way.
You do realize, like, here's what I look forward to in your life, and maybe someday in my own life too. There will come a day when your kids are really eager to learn more about like comic books and superheroes or Batman, and they actually want to see these shows and stuff. And you get to show them. You get to show them this stuff. You get to play
Yeah.
Batman possibly with I'm not sure about with Peanut. I know French Fry obviously. Nugget. I'm not sure if Nugget's into this, but French Fry will probably want to play it.
Well, that's the thing. Like it's interesting. Why did I go in there?
No idea.
So let me. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, yeah, that's not a poppable thingy.
That
Oh
is
shit.
though. But you need
That is, but I can't get
stuff
to.
yeah.
Yes.
Metroidvania.
Is there like a movable block? No. Okay. So
Game mechanics.
exactly. Sorry, I was thinking Breath of the Wild. Anyway, let me make sure.
I think that game is on your mind at least 24 hours a day.
It's in my mind more than you would think. Okay, detective mode. Let's see. Do I get any clues? Electrical. Okay, so it's electrical. Okay, yeah, but not that kind of electrical.
You're not the kind that you throw a battering at.
Yes. Okay, let me see. All right, so I think I have to access it from like over here somewhere.
Somebody else.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, we just talked about Metroidvania. Did you? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you good.
No. I just dropped the term Metroidvania. And obviously, that's going back to what you said as far as Rogue, the idea of Rogue or Rogue Legacy, where a whole genre, where a game or two games in this case, I guess, kind of bring about a whole genre in of themselves. When you know, that's kind of an interesting legacy for something to have. But
Yeah.
that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. What are you gonna say?
Oh, so what I was gonna say is that like that's one thing that's cool about like oh, I want my kids to be really into these things that I'm into, but I have to be really careful. Like I can't, because if I try to push them to it, it potentially could make them not like push back and be like, I don't want to play
Despise
this.
it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm being like real careful with Magic and all that kind of stuff, because like and if they play it, they play it. If they don't, they don't. Like it'll suck if they don't, but I'll deal with it. I'll be fine.
So you're oh yeah, that's something here. You're complete opposite of like the Great Santini, where the whole idea was he deliberately was like overwhelmingly almost competing against his son to get him to do the same things that he loved so much, and then of course would never let him win.
Yeah.
You actually are kind of like, hey, it's okay if you want to try it, cool. If you don't want to try, what have you, but if you want to partake, let's have fun. With your own dad, that can games and that kind of stuff. If you're playing against him, would he go so hard in the paint against you that he wouldn't let you win? Like, or would he ever, you as a little kid, would he ever let you win against him in anything?
I'm not sure, like, to be completely honest, because that's one thing. My dad actually had zero, and has to this day, zero interest in comic books, video games. He just he just has no interest in it at all.
But like
And
sports, like if you guys played like
well, that's the thing.
basketball
He's
one-on-one.
not really. He's more into like books, movies, that kind of stuff. But yeah, like he doesn't. Like it. In fact, that's always kind of it. Like it's not like I don't want to say it's written. We're not like It's not like we're like we never talk.
Right.
It's not like the Jesus. Yeah. He lives with us for Christ's sake. But it's the fact
Joker's
that he
thugs were trying to get into that office.
I'm sorry.
It looks like they
were
couldn't
trying
get
to
through
get
the
into
main
that office.
door. Got to find a different way in.
Got to find a different way in.
Thanks,
I
Kevin
wonder how many
Conroy.
times he had to say that. Anyway.
At least 20. You know this.
Oh yeah. But I want the claw. I want the batarang.
You sound like those toys in Toy Story, the little aliens, the claw.
But yeah, he really just wasn't into any of that stuff, and I got into it in spite of that. Like, and it wasn't that he was like trying to keep me from it or anything. It's just he just didn't, it was just something that didn't interest him.
Right.
So like he would play video games with me, but it like he wasn't very good at it, and and it was just kind of just something we would do every now and again, but
I think because my dad was the same with video games in particular, but sports, him and I played one-on-one basketball to the point where it was like Grace Santini, where he would not. One of the highlights of my life was when I blocked his shot when I was 14 for the first time. But as far as like video games, I think it's a generational thing. Like you and I are obviously in our late 30s, so we grew up with video games. Like Nintendo came about as we were kids. We grew up with it, essentially, the idea of the culture of video games. So our kids are more likely to be involved with video games through us and with us and that kind of stuff. But our parents, there really wasn't any. There was Pong, kind of, or Pac-Man, but not really that much stuff. So, to them, video games just seem so weird and foreign. Yeah, it's not what they're going to be really invested in.
Yeah, and that was the other thing too, because I think my, because my dad, well, I know definitely my mom. Like my mom was older. Like she was, she had me when she was in her, late 30s. So
because you have your siblings are older.
Oh yeah. My brother's 13 years older than me, and
right,
and my sister is 8 years older than me, and so like for my mom, like Pong barely registered on the radar for her. Like she was.
Oracle.
In fact, I had some friends who had grandparents that were only like a couple years older than my mom.
That's a weird dynamic.
Yeah, it was bizarre. In fact, there were many times where when I was like 10, so my sister would be like 18 and my mom would be maybe a little younger. I was like 8 or so. My sister was 16 or whatever, and my mom was in her 40s, and they thought my sister late 40s. They thought my sister was my mom and my mom was my grandma. That was very common.
That's gotta be a. I don't know what that does to people psychologically. I don't know what that did to you. I don't know what they did to your sister. I don't know what that did to your mom. But I know it did. I know it did something to all of you.
Yeah. Like I know my sister didn't like it, but she kind of understood it. Like, and usually when people would a lot of times they would do like a second look and be like, "Oh wait, yeah, no, you're too young. Like you couldn't."
Yeah, you're too. Yeah. You seem a little too young, and she seems a little too old. Yeah, that's the So how do I put this less delicately? You're too young to have produced him, and you're too old to have produced him. Like, what? How did he?
But yeah, it was so like for them, it really wasn't it wasn't really a thing. In fact, like my brother was kind of into it because even my brother was actually kind of a little too old for video games. Like he was already he wasn't in college, but he was in college.
Wait, so he was in college when the original Nintendo was like prevalent?
Pretty much, like when it was when we got one, because we got one in the late 80s,
mid 80s. You got it late 80s.
Yeah, we got it late 80s, because it was still kind of expensive for us, so they held off.
Yeah, relatively speaking, yeah.
And So
And
yeah,
you were
it
a
was-
year younger than me, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm like you. Well, what month were you born in?
I was born in March.
March. Well, I was July. So, and 81, right?
Yeah, 81.
Yeah. So yeah, you're only March, April, May, June.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like-
4 months.
4
So, yeah, you're older than me, old man.
You can hang that over my head forever, and I'm sure you will.
But yeah, so like we didn't have like we didn't get it until like I think it was like 88, 89. But he was in college by then. And so like he played video games, but he liked sports games. My brother was really into sports. He was in sports.
He's on the
guy.
sports. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
now
sense. Well, what's funny about that? So I'm not sure. I know I told you and Ari about it before, but that special on Netflix is like a documentary series on video games. I can't pull the name right now, but it kind of chronicles all of the big moments in video games. And one of the moments it chronicles is actually how the guy that got to make the Sega Genesis and how the Sega Genesis was able to, at a time, overtake Nintendo as the leader in video games. And one thing that he did was, it was like he had this like 4-prong attack. And one of the big prongs was sports games. We need sports games. We need Sega Genesis to be a place that people go to for sports games. And that's why they had all the contracts with EA and all that kind of stuff. And the thing was, he was deliberately trying to target the teenagers, the older guys, the older brothers. Because if the older brothers had the consoles or one of the consoles, then the younger brothers and younger sisters would have to play it too or would have it too. And then to give more games. And it worked.
Yeah.
That strategy actually worked.
Oh yeah, because that's where I went because we had the Nintendo and then we got a Sega Genesis, and then what did we didn't do Super Nintendo. We did the
didn't
Genesis.
Yeah.
And then I think my next video game console was the N64.
Okay, you jumped. Okay, you jumped a cycle basically.
Yeah.
So I did the same thing. I actually I waited for a while until I actually was working, and then I bought my own 64, bought my own Super Nintendo. But I bought them after they were after their pop. I bought them both from the flea market when they were really cheap. So yeah.
I remember I had a buddy, his name was John, and he used to joke and say that he was the
Joker doesn't tell us his plans.
like
He looks scared.
if he
He knew what was coming.
if he bought a video game system, then you knew that that video game system was going to fail, because pretty much every video game system he had failed. Like if he bought it before anybody else, like he had a Saturn, he got a Saturn.
Yeah, oh, the Saturn. I feel like that. Yes, that game console did fail, but I feel like that name was destined for failure because that car brand also failed. Yeah, the Saturn. Yeah, I feel like everybody has that one buddy that he has like the worst luck, that kind of like always chooses the wrong thing. So whatever they bet the other direction. Yeah, that's all Sega Saturn. Sega had such a run of like the Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast. That's a true tragedy there too.
Yeah. In fact, I think he had a Dreamcast too. I think he got a Dreamcast.
Welcome to the Arkham Library.
Really, it wasn't any other failing things. It was just Sega.
It's just your buddy just like Sega pretty much. Your buddy made Sega.
Exactly. So Sega
Sega
can
did.
blame him.
I'm sure they tried. They're like, look, we're getting desperate. What was that guy's name again? John in somewhere in Virginia or Pennsylvania.
That was Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
But yeah, because if you think about like Sega, like the only console Sega had that did like really well,
The gangbusters.
was Genesis, and
Genesis.
really that's it. Like
Yeah.
all of their other stuff, like it had great critically acclaimed games. Like it's not
The
that they're
games were good. That's the problem. They actually had good games, but for whatever reason, the consoles didn't move as much and they didn't sell as much by comparison. So they were under. But so now, of course, they still make the games for other consoles. They do pretty well, but it's rough. But also, I do give them credit for being able to. Can you imagine trying to take that? Because in the 80s, you were around when it was like Nintendo was everything and everywhere. They had magazines. They had the Wizard, that movie with Fred Savage. They had the Super Mario Brothers shows. It was like how could you possibly try to compete with that juggernaut? And they managed to. They actually, with the Genesis, with the new console cycle, they actually managed to do it.
Yeah. They did the unthinkable. Like for a short period of time, they were able to unseat Nintendo, and that's kind of
Leaving the party so soon. What about the other guests? They'll just dive.
Oh, that's right.
Turn up and save the day.
Oh, that one.
Sorry, forgot what I was doing.
You never need to apologize to me for making mistakes in Batman.
Run, find my sexy badass up in there.
He's referring to the character, folks. Nate does not do climbing. His ass is sexy sitting down.
No, I do not do such things as physical activity.
Physical activity? Surely you jest. So the ones I actually did, the last Sega thing I bought, I bought the Sega Saturn as well, but I bought it with the Japanese chip. Or it was a Switch, Japanese Switch. So I could play Japanese import games. And obviously, I'm a huge anime fan, that kind of stuff. But I love playing like anime adaptations of video games back in the day when I was in I guess I was like early college or late high school. One of the other. Yeah, and there was a game that I think you actually would really like. It was kind of similar to the movie Braveheart. How Braveheart was kind of famous at the time when it came out for having those big, those giant like land battles where you saw two armies just charging towards one another. This game did something similar. It was called like Dragon Knight or Dragon something, but there were medieval armies that charged towards each other, and you could mix and match your army with the troops. Like it was typically about 100 per side, but you could have like 40 of them that would be knights, 40 of them that would be like Valkyries, like flying creature type of things, and like 20 of them that were dragon like beast creatures. And the graphics looked similar to something like kind of like Capcom graphics or something, but it was very aesthetically pleasing to the eye, very almost charming in a way. Seeing that, I love playing that game. So again, you definitely, knowing you as far as how you feel about magic and high fantasy, you'll get this fancy. So find and look it up.
That sounds right up my alley. Like and I love those games too. I was a big because that was one thing. What tided me? What tided? That doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean.
It's funny. I know exactly what you mean. I think that's right, but it sounds weird.
Yeah, it sounds weird. Somebody will correct me. But one of the things that kept me going with video games between the Genesis and the N64 was I was a computer gamer, and so I played a lot of computer stuff. And one of the games that I really got into was the Age of Empires series, like the real-time strategy. Yeah. Oh man, did I play the shit out of those games.
Yes, that was a huge franchise. That's still going though.
Oh yeah. Well, in a way, yeah. And in fact, they just announced Age of Empires 4 is actually going to be coming out soon.
Would that be? I wonder. So that's PC though? That won't be on PS5 or anything.
Yeah, it's PC. It might be on the Xbox because of the whole Microsoft. Because it's Microsoft. Microsoft is the one.
Right. That makes sense. So real quick update on this. You're right. It's tied. It's TIDE. Tied me over. So the thing is, you were past tensing tied. So you're saying tided me over, but it makes sense because you're talking about it what it did for you in the past. So you would say it tided me over, right? Isn't that how it works? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. It's our rules. It's our podcast or whatever stream.
Let's see. Ah, there we go. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I knew I'd get it eventually.
Of course you did. I think it's considered RPG. So, well, maybe not. So Sega Saturn was also infamous for its RPG games. They have the Shining Knight. Oh, okay, here it is. What's this one called? I see a picture of it. I'm gonna send you a picture of it, Nate. What's the name of this goddamn game? Because this is it. This is literally it. And it has a picture, but I won't tell me what the name of it is. Are you kidding me? Just say the name.
Thank you, Batman.
Don't you hate that?
Are they all
It's
gone?
like with the.
Yes, you're safe.
I saw
It all happened
a
so
meme
fast.
the other day, and
Some
it was
patients
about
broke in and
like
began
getting
tearing up the
recipes
place
on
like they were looking for something.
what you call it
Billier fought back, but there were too many. They took Dr.
oh
Young.
shit, getting recipes
Etsy or
on
something?
Here and they
Recipe
followed.
yeah, like on the
memes.
internet, and it's basically like
Yeah.
I
We were all tied up.
I want to know how to make
I heard a voice on one of the radios.
risotto.
It sounded like they were being
Right.
told
Here,
to
come
meet
to
in
my
the warden's
website,
office.
and I'll show you how to make risotto. And then you click on the link, and it says, I
I
was born in the mid '80s, and my family is.
Right. It's like the modern day equivalent of a guy. It's like, yeah, come into my van. Come up, a small child.
Exactly.
I have candy. I have all kinds of candy. Just come into my van, and I'll give it to you first and foremost. Nothing else. Yeah, I know
it's
that's
just-
what you mean.
Oh God, it just it drives me bananas when that happens. Like it's like really,
So
guys.
I did find it. I'm gonna put an image in our. I found it. It actually was just called Dragon Force. Literally as bare bones a name as you can come up with, but it worked. And yet, however, I still managed to forget the goddamn name. But I'll find it. I find an image to post in our chat so you can see it.
Okay,
All right.
awesome.
But yeah,
I found Dr. Young's formula.
Great. So does that mean you've stopped Joker?
that's what makes us good partners.
It's
You do all the
never
heavy
been
lifting as far as
simple with him.
playing the game and paying attention, while I muck about.
No, not the
Oh jeez. So I've got to search Arkham for this. Well, I think this is actually a good place to stop because we've been going for just about an hour, and we just got a new objective that I think did a good old save game, and
Yeah,
I think this is a good spot to stop. So
right on.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fun. Let me. That's right. I want to do this. Yeah. And let's see what percentage. Let's see what it is.
Is it Price is Right rules? I'm saying if it's Price is Right rules, 20%. 20.
You were close. You were close. We're at 18. We're at 18%.
Oh, well, not that close. We went from 16 to 18. The next time, I'll
we were
actually
13.
before
No, we were
it comes
13,
up,
I think.
we'll.
I think
We're at 13. We're at 13.
I think so.
Okay, I don't remember.
I'm gonna
yeah,
say
I think
13
you're right.
because it's more
Okay,
impressive
we'll
that
say
way.
13. But like most women that I've dated, they'll round up on the inches to say it's more impressive that way. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. It's definitely time for us to end the show on that note.
Hey, it's what we do. All right. Well,
what
thank
we
you
do.
so much. Anything you want to say before I wrap this puppy up?
Yes. I would like to say again that Mark Hamill is still great. And